Well, as police superintendent, what arrangements have you made?
Well, I've got one or two of the constables sweeping the pavement.
Sweeping the pavements? The muck's inches thick. They'll need a wash down. Get the fire pump out.
Well, I've already tried, but Prokhorov's dead drunk.
Drunk? What's the good of a fireman who's drunk? Suppose it was a fire.
Well, we soused him with 2 tubfuls of water, but doesn't seem to have any effect whatsoever.
Get the pump out yourself.
Well, it won't work for anybody else. Prokhorov's the only one who has the knack.
Oh, get people with buckets of water. Clerks. Get the clerks out of the offices. Far too much writing done anyway.
Yes, clerks, yes.
And you'd better watch your step, Stepan Ilyich.
Watch my step? I don't know what you mean.
You know what I mean. I know all about you. Slipping silver spoons down your boots. I've got ears. And your little games with Chernayev.
Oh, you mean that measly 2 yards of cloth for a uniform? Well, he offered it to me.
And you took the whole roll. You take more than your rank entitles you to. Moths. Now get those streets cleaned. And put that tall constable, Pugovitsin, on the bridge.
Oh, yes, yes. He looks very good.
And see that the constables don't run about half naked.
Well, they do it on purpose. It's a sort of protest.
What the devil's the matter with this town? Somebody's always protesting about something.
Well, they say that they weren't issued with trousers, and they refuse to wear their own.
The grasping devils, forever after something for nothing. You tell them from me that if I catch one of them running about without his trousers on, I'll give him something to protest about.
Right.
Now get on with it.
Yes.
Make sure you wash down well all round the inn.
Oh, yes.
Oh, your sword and new hat.
Why is it all my clothes are either riddled with moth holes or covered in stains? Vodka, French brandy, chicken soup, pork.
Oh, Anton, you'll fetch him home to dinner, won't you?
Fetch him home to dinner? I think I brought it with me. Look at that sword. That wretched shopkeeper Abdullah knows I need a new one. Sly devil. Probably getting ready to complain about me the moment he catches sight of this infernal inspector.
Look, you must fetch him back. Maya's so looking forward to it. After all, we've neither of us seen a government inspector before.
Neither have I.
Oh, there. Now your new hat.
Oh, God. You keep me out of their clutches just this once more. And I'll put up the biggest scandal you've ever seen. And I'll make every one of those scoundrelly merchants contribute 100 weight of wax towards it.
Mom, I put on my pink one. Do you think he'll like me in pink?
Oh, it makes you look absurdly young.
Well, he's only 27 or 28.
I think I shall put on my pink.
Oh, I do hope he's got a moustache.
I know, Yosef, music is a wonderful invention. Just listen to those arpeggios, the harmony of the chords, the surge of the pianissimo. Doesn't it make your heart just want to break? I feel I'd like to devote my life to music if I could afford it. Just to lie on one's bed all day and listen to Beethoven and all the others. One's life would be so full. I couldn't lie down all the time, of course. I'd have to move around a bit, but I'd hire musicians to follow me around anywhere, everywhere. Fleets of violins, violas.
What's a viola?
What's a viola? Really, Yosef? Have a look in that jar and see if there's any tobacco left.
You smoked the last 4 days ago.
I'm hungry.
Well, it won't do any good.
What do you mean it won't do any good?
The landlord said he wouldn't serve you any more meals till you paid up your bill.
Oh, but this is absurd. I can't starve just because I owe him a couple of kopecks.
He says he'll go to the mayor and tell him this is the 3rd week you've been here without paying. Your master's a rogue, he says. A sponger, a scoundrel.
That's the 4th time you've told me that. You enjoy it, don't you?
I'm going straight to the police, he says, and he's not joking either. You'll end up in jail.
Well, I'm hungry. I've tried walking it off, but I'm hungrier than ever now.
If you hadn't had that spree in Penza, we'd have had enough for the fare home.
Oh, don't let's go through all that again. If it hadn't been for that infantry captain, he said he'd never played cards before. Half an hour, cleaned right out. What a filthy hole this is. These flea-bitten shopkeepers wouldn't give you a sausage on tick, the mean lot. I suppose I could sell me other soup, but, well, I want to arrive home in style. If I had enough money to hire a chaise, drive up to the front door with the lanterns burning and you in livery perched up behind, Ivan Alexandrovich Kestakov from Petersburg. Oh, God, I'm hungry. I've never been so hungry. Yosef, go in the kitchen and see what you can do.
Oh, all right, I'll try.
There's a good man.
Thank you very much, sir.
You can tell your master there'll be no dinner today or any other day until his bill is paid in full.
Well, that's what I told him. Trouble is, he flings his money away like water. Why, everywhere we go, he has to show off. Here, Yosef, run along and book me rooms. The best, remember. And him, a junior copying clerk.
This chicken seems tough.
Well, it's not my fault he can't keep a grip on money, but I have to suffer for it. Oh, I'm so hungry, my belly's rumbling like a regiment of drummers.
Didn't you say his father sends him money from time to time? What's he do with that?
Well, he just goes. Theatre tickets every day, everywhere by cab. In a week, it's all gone. Then he sends me along to pop his new suit. Yeah, couldn't you give us just one more dinner, for my sake?
No. Besides, the cook isn't well. Nothing to eat myself with a bit of measly cold chicken.
What a dirty, filthy, rotten town this is. Here, you pull down that fence by the cobblers as quick as you can.
Behind that fence is the pile of rubbish 40 carts wouldn't take away.
You put up a monument of a fence in this town, and people come from devil knows where and shoot all kinds of filth behind it. Get some poles, stick them in the ground over there. Put some markers on them as if the ground was about to be leveled or something. That'll show the town authorities are active. Get rid of this as quick as you can.
What is your master doing in Petersburg, anyway?
Oh, same as he does everywhere else. Going round pretending he's a blue blood. Of course, when you've got money, there's nothing to touch life in Petersburg. It's a fine life. A dainty life. And my master knows how to make the most of it. Theatres, dancing dogs, operas, bazaars. The shopkeepers all call us honourable sir. We sit in special seats on the ferry boats, mixing with high-ranking officers and ladies. And we don't walk a step. Everywhere by cab. His suits are all made at the very best tailors. Beautiful English cloth. Why, one coat alone cost 150 roubles. Aye, it's a fine life.
Ah, this chicken's too tough for me here. Take it away.
Ah, dinner. Is this all?
Well, we're lucky to get that.
No bread, no sauce, no wine.
Well, the cook isn't well.
Not even any cutlery. How do they expect me to eat it? Like a peasant with my fingers?
Well, I'm hungry too.
This is as tough as blazes. I wonder if the cook is ill if he eats his own food. It's like the bark of a tree. This has never been cooked, it can't have been. It's thrown through the kitchen window and down on a plate. Scum idlers, fleecing travellers, that's what it is. There were two little men in the dining room this morning eating salmon and lots of nice things. Why am I not treated that same? And the soup last night was like dirty water. Feathers floating about in it, just because I haven't paid my bill. So he's going to complain to the mayor about me, is he? Well, I hope he does. I'd very much like to meet the mayor of this dirty little hole. I'll tell him a thing or two. This isn't enough to whet my appetite. What do they think I am, a common workman? I only wish he'd bring that mayor before me this very moment. Do you know what I'd do? I'd look him straight in the eye and I'd say, do you know who I am?
Pardon my intrusion. Not at all. I have the honour to wish you good day. I am the mayor. Oh. Won't you come in? As chief authority in this town, it is my duty to welcome travellers and people of rank and see that they suffer no inconvenience.
Well, I haven't done anything. I admit I haven't paid my bill, but, well, I haven't had anything worth paying for yet. The meat's as hard as a board and the soup, well, heaven knows what he puts in it. I just throw it out of the window. We've been starving here for days. The tea, it doesn't taste like tea at all. It tastes like fish.
Forgive me. I'm exceedingly sorry. It isn't my fault. My market's renowned for its excellent beef. Tradespeople, honest, sober people of good repute indeed. I don't know where the innkeeper gets such stuff. Permit me to suggest that as you're not comfortable here, you move to other quarters.
Other quarters? You can't take me to prison, you know, because I won't go. No, I refuse. I'm a government official in Petersburg.
Prison? Why, I can assure you our prison's the finest institution of its kind. You won't find another prison like it for miles around.
Well, I won't go. Not if you come here with a regiment. I shall go straight to the minister.
Have mercy! Have mercy on me! I have a wife, little children.
That's the very idea. Just because you have a wife and children, I have to go to prison. Well, I humbly thank you, but I will not go.
Anything I've done, it hasn't been my own fault. I'm the miserable victim of circumstances. You can judge for yourself. I have a grown-up daughter. New dresses every week. My wife eats like a horse. My official salary doesn't even pay for the tea and sugar. Look, the only thing I've had for myself in the past 6 years, a new hat. If I have taken bribes, they're only little ones. Something for the table, a piece of cloth for a suit. The tradespeople, they hate me. I don't know why. They go in daily fear of assassination.
I shall pay my bill when I have the money.
Money. Yes, of course, the money. It is my duty to aid travelers and help them on their way. Perhaps a small loan.
Yes, well, thank you very much. 200 rubles or even less.
200 rubles certainly pay. Don't bother to count it.
Thank you. Well, I'm very much obliged to you. I'll return it to you as soon as I get to my country estate. You will remind me, won't you, Joseph?
Are you just passing through?
No, I think we'll stay a while, have a look round.
I was just strolling by. I thought I'd drop in to see if everything was all right. Not like some mayors. No thoughts of anything but themselves. My wife says I'm too conscientious. Tossing through sleepless nights, growing old in my country's service, grudging no effort or toil on behalf of my fellow men. What for, she says. What for? They don't appreciate it. Not even the tradespeople. This room is somewhat damp.
It's a filthy room. And the bugs in it, well, I've never seen such creatures.
What do you mean?
And it's so dark at night, and the innkeeper won't give me one single candle, and I love to read. I live for reading.
If I might venture
and writing. I love to write. I write reams and reams about nothing at all. I feel inspired, but mostly at night, and what good is inspiration without a candle?
If I might venture to, I have a delightful room in my house. Sunny, pleasant.
Oh, the sun. I'm a sun lover. I couldn't live without the sun.
If you care to, please don't be angry. I know I'm not worthy to suggest this, but if you'd care to spend the rest of your stay in my house.
In your house?
No. Perhaps it was too great an honor. It was only the simplicity of my heart that made me offer it.
On the contrary, I should be delighted.
You would? Oh, I'm so glad. After all, even my humble home would be preferable to this low place, and my wife will be delighted.
Well, there you are. I'm just leaving. I can't stay in this pigsty another minute. How much is the bill?
I gave it to you yesterday. Well, good evening, Anton Antonovich.
What do you mean by serving a dinner like that to your guests?
Well, they've been here more than a fortnight, hadn't paid a kopeck.
Kopecks. Can you think of nothing but kopecks? Have you no charity in your heart?
Well,
Here it is. All in all, it's 150 rubles.
Please allow me to pay the bill for it.
No, after all, you lent me the money to pay it.
After all, what are 200 rubles between friends?
but if he wants to pay it, wouldn't he
I
as well
shall
to...
pay. I insist.
Orders of carriage. Yes, but first, about the
And
bill.
one with seats that are stuffing, they're not coming out of. Perhaps a chair for a trip around the town.
Yes, why not, eh, Joseph? Why not?
We might go and look at some of the public institutions.
Yes, I should be delighted.
We might go and look at the district school.
Oh, I'm a great believer in schools. I always say, where would education be without the schools?
And from there we might go straight to the prison.
Yes, have a peep at the outside.
May I beg your excellency's permission to write a few lines to my wife to tell her to prepare the reception for our honored guest?
Certainly, yes. There's ink here, but no paper. Well, use the back of the bill.
Yes, that will do. Let's see how things will go after a glass or two of vodka. Then I've got some homegrown Madeira. It's not an elegant wine, but it would topple an elephant. What about your luggage?
My man will see to that.
Yes, take it to my house, my man, the mayor's house. Anyone will show you. Well, shall we go?
After you.
Oh, please, after you.
Take this letter to my wife at once. Yes, sir, I'll tell her.